I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
Hold on, what is going on here? Where's Linhart? And I guess more immediately, where are my glasses?
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt?
Were you having that dream again?
Yeah, Linhart was punching a dragon, somebody died on a wyvern.
There hasn't been a battle like that in over 3 centuries.
Welcome, one and all, to the inaugural episode of Failure Emblem Season 2. This season, we'll be going through 3 houses' highest difficulty as the Blue Lions, using the classes least suitable for each character based on their skill strengths and weaknesses. If you haven't seen Season 1 with the Black Eagles, don't worry, you won't need to have to enjoy this season, but I definitely recommend that you check it out. As we watch the, unusual way that means we have to get through this prologue battle, I'll explain a little bit about the inspiration for this challenge and what the rules guiding my decisions are throughout this run. When I first picked up 3 houses, something that always stuck with me was how Byleth could just come out of mercenary life and somehow just instantly be this rock star teacher that all of the students would both love and learn a lot from. As someone that teaches at a university myself, I can attest that it just isn't that simple. Even supposing that Byleth's skill as a mercenary translated to understanding combat theory and technique, there's no way they should know the first thing about being an effective or likable teacher. It takes years to build that sort of skill, and it's completely separate from knowing the content that you're talking about. With that in mind, I started thinking about how the game would play if that's the direction the character went. Having no idea what they're doing as a teacher, but a decent mind for tactical combat engagements. That would mean making the worst strategic decisions possible with the primary strategic resource that you have in 3 houses, which is the training of the students. What if you invested all of that time and effort training them in the skills they're weakest in? That thought process led me to 3 rules to guide me in this challenge, and they're written in the description of this video. Number 1, if a class using a character's weakness is available, they must use that class. 2, characters can't use their strengths for anything, including class certifications or using those weapons or magic in battle, with 2 exceptions. The first, characters with strengths in authority may still equip battalions and use gambits. Second, characters may use a strength for class certification if and only if it is necessary for the use of a weakness. For example, Annette has a weakness in heavy armor, but a strength in axes. She could never be an armor knight without using the axe skill, so she's allowed to train it so long as she never actually swings an axe in battle. And number 3, a character's class must use as many weaknesses as possible within their tier of classes. Linhart, for example, has weaknesses with brawling and axes. So at the Master tier, he must be a War Master, even though Wyvern Lord and Great Knight also use axes, because War Master uses both of his weaknesses as compared to just one. With that explanation out of the way, let's analyze what's going on in this battle. We have Claude with a sword that he took from Trilith, our Byleth.
When an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be intimidated, making them easier to hit.
Geralt trying to tell us what to do. He is our real dad, so we can't come back at him with, "You're not my real dad," so I guess we'll have to try and listen and get this linked attack off with Claude. Trilith, who stole Claude's bow, does get that hit. We'll have to move in Dimitri with Edelgard's axe. We have a 69% chance to hit, which is hilarious, so it works out.
Never had a chance.
Now, we'll have to move up into position here to draw out Costas and the last couple of goons.
Why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
Pretty good plan you've got there, Costas. Alright, they're rushing in. We do have the position in the forest here, and we have Gerald coming to bail us out, wondering what's taking so long. We're going to tank with Claude while we heal up with everyone else. Claude should be able to dodge in the forest, and he, I believe, has the highest avoidance of all of these units. So there he gets a good dodge. Has to win a coin flip to not get hit there. Gets hit by that one. And we're doing okay softening those up. But that one got into a forest tile. Oh, looks like Gerald's going to help us out.
My first fight.
And now we still have one goon and Costas to deal with. Costas took up residence in that forest, as did this goon. So let's see. 39% isn't great. It works out anyway.
Is that all?
Because Dimitri with the axe, what could go wrong?
I'm getting stronger. I can feel it.
He says after his strength does not go up. Move over here, we'll wait for Costas to attack us.
You with the flank stare! Out of my way!
Generally, more people should have that mentality. Can't counterattack with bow, obviously. Not that skilled with it.
Aren't you Gerald the Blade Breaker? What's a renowned mercenary like you doing here?
With this kid.
I'm the one who should be complaining. I'm caught up in the mess you started.
We'll just let them fight this out. Looks like Gerald could have just soloed the map, really. We'll have Trilith take this down a little bit. And since we're going Blue Lions, we'll try to get Dimitri the kill with this axe. First things first, let's just loot everything. So we'll have Edelgard give Dimitri her lance. And do we need to have her do anything else? Is it safe? I don't know if it's safe, but it's what we want to do. So we'll have Dimitri take everything from Claude first so that we get to keep it. And, well, Dimitri's not allowed to use these other weapons, so he has to go in with the axe.
Kill you where you stand.
Get that 70%. That ends the mission and gets Dimitri all the way to level 3 right out the gate.
I will get stronger yet.
You actually did this time. Good job, buddy.
I trust that you will carefully study the strengths and weaknesses of each of your students, that you may provide effective guidance.
You'd think that's what it's for.
Me?
Now let's go through each character and talk about what build they're likely to use given these rules. So we'll start with Dimitri. We see that reason weakness there, so we're going to push him toward Dark Bishop. It's probably worse than all of the axe-based applications, and we're here for the worst stuff possible.
Dedue was born in Dusk.
Now here's Dedue. Look at all those strengths in various weapons and with armor. In the weakness category, we see some movement types and we see faith. So we're going to push him toward Bishop or Trickster. For Felix, it's a little confusing because his, quote, weakness, unquote, in reason is actually a budding talent. So we're going to push him to be a holy knight like his dear old dad Rodrigue.
He's the adoptive son of Lord
For
Leonardo,
Ash,
Castle Gaspar.
pretty small list of strengths and weaknesses here. He just can't use axes or bows and has to use magic, so he's going to be a warlock or maybe a mortal savant.
Sylvain is the heir to House
Sylvain,
Gautier.
same story. He has a weakness, he's got to use it. So he just can't use any of that stuff in the strength category. So he'll probably be a sniper, maybe an assassin. That could be interesting to see. So those are the options that he has, he just needs to use that bow. Mercedes. We see a very large selection of weapons that she is weak with, so she actually has some options. We're probably going to take her up the armor path, but she can be a Falcon Knight, Great Knight, or Wyvern Lord at the end.
She is a
For
talented
Annette,
student who scored
her
extremely
weapon
high
is
marks
the
at
bow,
World
but she
Schools.
also has that
She's
armor
cheerful
weakness
and
going on.
hardworking. Brilliant,
So we did
really.
write into the rules that
Though
she can come
she
up
can be a
the
bit oblivious
armor
at times.
path, but when we
Here
get
she
to the
calls
end of
an
the game, we're
explosion in the
probably going to
kitchen
try
last
and have her be a bow knight.
Ingrid is counting
Finally,
on
we
T's
have
time.
Ingrid
She
in the
is
main
also a
cast
talented
of the
friend
Blue
Felix,
Lions.
Suzanne, and myself.
She doesn't have any
Diligent,
weaknesses per se, we
industrious,
just have to
and
avoid all those strengths.
In truth,
So she'll
she is more
probably
knightly
be
than
a
most knights
war
of the
cleric
land.
or Gremory by the time we end the game.
Even as you are appraising your students, they are appraising you as well.
Who are you again?
Are you a student here too?
You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery?
It is better if you do not approach me.
I hear you are lacking in knowledge.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity.
Wait, does this mean our new professor is... No, I really can't believe it! What is wrong with you? I just don't know about all of this.
I'll admit, it doesn't sit well with me either.
I'm not sure I can manage.
It's perfectly acceptable to be angry about such unfortunate circumstances.
Here we go with the mock battle, the first real encounter of the game. So we'll get going.
It is about time for the
We
battle
have
to begin.
Dimitri,
Our
Sylvain,
victory depends on your
Dedue,
leadership.
Trilith,
Do
and
not let us
Felix. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of gender
What shall I
diversity
do?
here on the team. We'll work on that in later battles, we promise. We'll move Dedue forward to engage Lawrence. If he waits, he gets that defense boost.
None of your shallow tactics are required, Claude. Ignatz and I will dismantle the opposition.
Me? But I'm not ready.
He really isn't, because no one is within his
Are you
attack
making light
range.
of our new professor? If you drop your guard, you're gonna get hurt.
We can only hope,
Dorothea,
Claude.
Will you head toward the front lines? I wish to draw the enemy toward us.
You got it, 80. Leave it to me.
Usually not a good idea to put Dorothea
Ferdinand,
on the front
Hubert,
lines,
if the
but
enemy
we
comes,
have no
stop them.
resistance to magic, so...
Leave it to us. Although I could do this on my own.
Clearly not, or Her Highness would not ask me to watch your back.
Here comes Lawrence, actually dealing damage to Dedue. That's a little bit of a surprise, but we still get a really good exchange of damage there. Now we have Lawrence, Ignatz, and Dorothea all within range to attack us. We'll have Trilith get a shot with the bow on Lawrence, so Lawrence should go down pretty easily. We get a level on Trilith
We must all do our part.
of getting speed. Okay. Now we have Sylvain here with a bow as well, so he can safely get another shot off on Lawrence, bringing him down into range where probably Dedue can finish him off. 97% chance to hit. Let's go.
I've lost? Oh, unthinkable.
I thought about it.
Sufficient.
Good job, Dedue. We'll pull back a little bit here because if Dorothea hits us with magic, it's gonna be a bad time.
After all. Let's use the forest to set up an ambush. I'm counting on your support, everyone.
Everyone, not including Lawrence, of course. Comes Dorothea and Ignatz. Something I've wondered, if each house individually is supposed to want the glory of winning
They're
this,
waiting in the forest.
why
You
don't
do
they
well
fight
to
each
take a
other?
detour.
We're the ones waiting in the forest for them, Gerald, but good analysis. Okay, Trilith is the only one that can take a magic attack, so we'll have him go after Dorothea with the bow. That's a really good dodge. That was only a 19% chance to happen. Looks like Felix with that personal skill can deal good damage, so we'll have him finish Dorothea.
The new professor seems very capable.
Why am I even here?
To kill Dorothea, Felix. I thought we went over that. Now, Ignatz can't hit back in melee, so we'll have Dimitri beat him up. And can Dedue finish things off? Not quite, but hopefully Sylvain will get the hit, and that'll finish Ignatz off before he can counter. There we go.
I've lost. The new professor is quite a commander.
And that attitude is why you lost,
Just give
Ignatz.
up.
Wow, Sylvain really rubbing it in. We just have a bully squad here. Okay, really rip-roaring, exciting enemy phases as we creep our way over to the left. Heal up Felix, who took the brunt of Ignatz' attack. Now, another super exciting round.
Well, we're surrounded. Always fight back with all our might.
He says as he stays exactly where he is. We'll try to draw them out one at a time. We gave Dedue a training bow so that he can counterattack that hand axe that Hilda has. She comes on out of her stronghold, hits Dedue for 6, Dedue hits back for 6, very even exchange. And Claude comes out of his defensive position as well. Hilda being able to counterattack from 1 and 2 is not super helpful. So Sylvain has to take a bad exchange to get us started. Trilith, can actually just finish things off. Alright, is that a good idea to do with the bow? Let's see if he can get the dodge. He doesn't. I think he's still safe to take an attack from Claude, if that ends up being necessary.
You fought well.
Did she, though? I mean,
Seems I've
better
exhausted
than
this
Lawrence. Get the extra HP, but we don't heal it back right away. Now Dimitri can go engage Claude. Looks like he can get more damage done with the axe, but the gauntlets are more accurate.
Fatal guard, right? Come on, fess up. You'll feel better.
Claude, please. This is no time for idle banter. Your defenses are wide open.
Dimitri is right about this. Claude should not have come out of his stronghold.
Problem up next time.
This should be enough.
For what? Okay, we should not attack Claude from that range, so we'll just use a vulnerary with Dedue. Good thing, too, because he would have died. Okay, so now we can get in some more damage with Dimitri, getting that linked attack value from Dedue for more accuracy. Felix should be able to finish things off. Either weapon is exactly as accurate, so we'll just stab him with the lance, get the unnecessary crest activation.
Not good enough.
It really isn't. I'm glad your instincts are with me there.
I hate losing. I guess I'll just have to settle for cheering the others on.
And who are the others exactly? Just Hanneman? No, Hanneman getting aggressive. We get to counterattack with our bow. And fortunately, he could only attack Trilith, the only one that can survive a magic attack. Felix will once again get the kill here. That's what he's out for.
My goodness. The leadership of someone with actual battle experience is, well, I was as good as useless.
You're right, Felix's experience is really valuable. Doesn't get a level there, but does get the intermediate seal.
You didn't compliment me like that when my class won last year.
Fun little tidbit of their history. Now we'll keep moving up to try and draw out the Black Eagles.
Tactics, Professor. Our only choice in this situation is a head-on attack.
Is it? You could take a defensive position in the forest. No? Alright. I guess you'll let us have the defensive advantage then. We'll have Trilith move up to intercept Hubert. Good dodge again. Trilith getting super lucky today. Alright. Now we definitely need to get rid of Hubert. Looks like Dedue can get that accomplished fairly accurately. There it goes. Battle of the Retainers. Dedue comes out on top.
Suppose I'll have to call it a day.
Had to be done. I suppose I've improved.
That's decent, just not for what you're going to be doing later to do. Now, we have Ferdinand over here. We can get a bow shot off. He's pretty dodgy because he's at full health. Alright, we deactivated his personal skill, so it should be easier to deal with him now. Go for it, Sylvain. Try to crack in a little bit more damage. Now, I don't think we want to bring Edelgard out here, and we don't have another bow on these people yet, so unfortunately Sylvain just has to tank some hits from Ferdinand. Now we've got Edelgard into the battle.
There can be no victory unless I defeat you. So be it.
That's what we thought in Season 1 as well.
Another step forward.
Toward accuracy. Now Dedue can chip in a little more damage, bringing Edelgard down to 15.
Got too cocky.
And now we have 3 attacks to try and deal with Edelgard and Ferdinand. Alright, Sylvain is gonna miss. That's not helpful. What can we do here? We can get rid of Ferdinand or Edelgard, I think. So we'll have Dimitri going for the punch. We need to get rid of one of them so that we don't just lose from them ganging up on Dimitri. So Felix is going to finish Ferdinand.
How did I fail? I must need to train harder.
Another win.
Felix gets to level 3.
I have improved.
You actually have strength and speed and charm. I like all of it. That'll go well with your authority weakness. We do have to sacrifice Sylvain.
Well, not much more I can do here.
Yeah, go get some band-aids. Now, we do still have Trilith and Dedue with bows, so we can safely try to finish her off. We'll let Dimitri get the glory of finishing Edelgard.
Dimitri, it's time. We can finally settle the question of who's stronger.
Very well. I accept your challenge. With you as my opponent, I won't hold anything back.
I would expect no less.
Just one punch should do it. Gets a level out of it.
I will get stronger yet.
Indeed you will. That's an incredible
Forced
level.
to retreat.
Presumably,
Well,
that can
things
only be
will only
gained
get
by
tougher
punching
from
your
here
mortal
on.
nemesis. We'll move Dedue up to intercept Manuela, which normally isn't a good idea, but Manuela is so terrible she can't even magic down Dedue. Bring in Trilith to hit with the bow so she doesn't feel too much from Nosferatu. And now she's down to 10, so that should be finished pretty easily. Just a sword blow from Dedue will do it.
Well done. I nearly wound up a patient in my own infirmary.
Getting hit with a sword? You don't need first aid or anything? Alright then.
Alright, that's that. The winner of this mock battle is the Blue Lion House.
Good to give credit to Dimitri instead of
This victory
Trilith.
is the result of everyone's hard work. Thank you, my friends. You did well.
Dimitri trying to keep things light despite his reservations about Trilith. Felix gets MVP.
I believe you can ensure better results by instructing individuals based on their interests and specialties.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
That doesn't mean it's pointless to teach someone things unrelated to their goals.
Exactly.
You never know if a student will develop an interest in something by overcoming their distaste for it.
You're being awfully deferential here. Alright, well, it's pretty easy to get up to E+, once you've changed everyone to have a single goal. So Dimitri learns reason, but still has no spells.
Seems I've improved.
Am I starting to master
Dedue
this?
and Ash similarly don't have any spells. Mercedes learns how to cast Lance in your face,
It all makes sense now.
gets some bow prowess, and Ingrid also gets spell-less magic. The game forces you to do a few practice battles here, so we're going to do that. They're not very exciting against these random level 1 church soldiers, so we'll just show some highlights. Here's Ingrid just punching the heck out of this dude. Didn't need to get that crit, but if we're going to get one in these opening battles, it might as well be just punching a dude in the face for no reason.
Doing my part.
Here's Ash leveling up by slicing someone up with his sword.
I'm starting to see results.
Ash thinking ahead, getting that magic boost instead of strength. I like where your head's at, Ash. Now, Mercedes is getting pretty beat up here, but she can get a kill in the forest. She gets a level out of it.
I feel more
and
powerful.
increases her magic. But she did get defense out of it. She'll need that when she puts on her armor.
Next time, bring your friends.
Felix takes the kill there to get the money. And they will bring their friends in the next battle, Felix, because they're coming back 2 more times. Ingrid takes MVP in the first battle. Let's see how the second one goes. Start things off very similarly. We'll have this group go to the right. Finish things off with a bow strike from Dedue. He gets that 1 XP he needed to get to level 3.
I suppose I've improved.
You have in defense and resilience. You'll need that as a magic user. Now, Trilith shoots very quickly with his bow and gets up to level 4.
We must all do our part.
You're actually trying at that point, increasing your strength.
I still have much to learn.
There is a lot to learn about bows. Focus on having a lot of HP, I suppose. And Ingrid takes MVP again. You get a lot of those using the gauntlets, I guess. Alright, last grindy little battle here. Move different groups around, but it doesn't really make much difference. They're still random church soldiers. Sylvain finally gets to level 2 after having been in 4 battles. You kinda have it, though, Sylvain. We'll need to reevaluate your metrics there.
Seems I prevailed.
Ingrid, with all those MVP performances, only now gets to level 2.
My technique could use some polish.
And is thinking ahead like Ash, getting a magic boost and a bunch of other stats other than strength.
No hard feelings.
Mercedes gets the final blow of the battle and makes that money. Now, Trilith took it? Come on. Alright, second set of instructions. We're actually getting to level D with some of our people. So it looks like Ingrid and Dedue are actually going to learn some spells.
Well,
so Dedue has heal.
I'm really getting the hang
We
of
get a
this.
combat art we can use with Felix. And there's Ingrid's heal. So we have actual magic now, folks. Alright, we got a seminar. If it goes well enough, Dimitri and Ash might learn a spell, but I don't know if it'll go that far. So we got bow and reason instruction for our archers and our mages in Dimitri, Ash, Sylvain, and Annette. Nobody levels in anything. Lovely. Good job, Hanneman. You're really showing me how to teach.
I expect you to set a good example for the students.
I'm not setting a very good example.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Here we go with the first actual mission assigned to my class. So let's get things started. We'll reposition here. We have Dimitri with the Chalice of Beginnings. So we'll put him in that little forest. We see Happy in the background fighting as an adjutant. Counterattack from Dimitri. We're not actually dealing that much damage, and he's taking some punishment. We might have wanted to put Dedue there instead. But Dedue will be able to heal up Dimitri. So we'll use our first instance of gambits that we see. And luckily it hits because of Dimitri's relatively high charm.
Slow and steady.
He says as his speed increases. We gotta work on your narration there,
paid off.
Dimitri. And Happy gets her extra HP. Now it should be pretty easy to take all of these out. We can move Annette up to fire her sewing needle off.
Oh, thank goodness.
And there she goes to level 2.
Stinks.
It really does. Annette, you have good instincts of evaluating what's happening.
I'm a great fighter.
Getting a little ahead of yourself after saying your performance was stinky. Now, Ash can stab this archer with no fear of retaliation, and Dedue should be able to move in and finish it off without getting countered. Not that the counterattack would have dealt damage to him anyway. Dedue getting
Still
real
whole and
aggressive.
sound, I hope.
They're dead, Dedue. Did you not know that that's what that did? Sylvain firing off his bow, dealing some good damage. And now Mercedes should be able to get the kill. Sword won't do it. The axe will, it's just a little less accurate. Oh. Accurate enough to matter.
And yet, I still need to grow.
Well, Constance came in to make sure she earned that HP boost. Alright, I guess we have to leave it to Felix.
Why am I even here?
To kill the bandits. Weren't you listening?
Finished already? I was hoping for more of a challenge.
Well, you ought to see the rules we're operating under, buddy. Alright, we'll patch Mercedes up with Ingrid. And Trilith is just going to move us on up. Next wave charging toward the bridge. Now, Dimitri is in some trouble after he intercepted that first wave, so we'll have Ingrid get a heal off. Then we'll move Dimitri up. We want Dedue to intercept the next wave, so we'll move him up there and then heal Dimitri.
Thanks for that.
Only 8 HP. Okay, we are pretty cluttered on this bridge. It's going to be hard to continue the engagement. So Dedue doesn't take any damage and doesn't deal any either. Excellent. And the archer isn't quite in position to attack. So we have to get rid of these. Let's take our more accurate shot with the linked value from Dedue. And can we actually finish this? We can deal 9 with Dedue.
Ineffective.
Okay. So Dedue doesn't take any counterattack damage because of just who he is.
I'll give it my
Now,
all.
who do we want to finish things off? Ash here is reasonably dodgy and at full health. So if he gets the kill, there we go.
That's how it goes.
Okay, Ash gets to level 3.
I'm starting to see results.
Well, you got more speed. That'll be helpful for you.
If I hesitated, that would have been me. I'm on it.
Ash showing that he's not ready to embrace his role as a killer yet. Sylvain can come in, deal 8 with his bow. And let's see. Annette should probably just rally Dimitri. There's not a good position for her to get into. And that means Dimitri can finish this off at 94% accuracy for each punch. He gets both of them. Excellent.
I know they are just thieves, but this never gets easier for me.
Well, I'm not here to make things easy for you either. Do more first aid with Ingrid. And just reposition a little bit on the bridge. He's going to attack Sylvain, who can actually counterattack. And while it's not a great exchange, it does mean we pick off some health. Dimitri can get in some punch value, leaving it at 3. So that we can have Mercedes come in and finish things off. Good stab with the lance.
I won't let everyone down.
You kinda are without increasing your strength.
I hope the goddess blesses them to rest in peace.
Well, we'll see how peaceful it is to get killed by a pointy stick.
I owe you one.
Ingrid's almost out of heals.
What should I do?
So we'll have to use Dedue to patch up Dimitri here.
Oh, quite helpful.
We get a level out of it. Good job, Dedue.
I will handle whatever comes.
I hope that whatever comes is something you need 6 decks for.
It seems I've improved.
A little bit in authority. That is not useless. More enemies coming across that bridge. We have one little wave to deal with here, so we'll move Dedue into range. We'll use one of his last heals on Sylvain and move everyone else into position. We have them coming that direction for some reason. Okay, Dedue actually getting hit here because he didn't just wait on his turn. And 2 more enemies moving into not the forest tiles. So Trilith we want to keep over here so we don't bring that wave into attack range right away. Let's just take the shot. It's more accurate and more powerful. And now Felix has been hitting pretty hard. He can probably finish this off. Yep.
Too easy.
Felix gets to level 4.
I can feel the difference.
I would hope. That was a really good level. Now, Sylvain needs to get out of range of a lot of these attacks.
There's no way we're gonna give it up to some knights.
Well, that's good, because we're not knights. Not all of us, anyway, just Felix. Now, let's see, Dedue is the one that can actually take a hit, so we'll move him into range of those oncoming enemies. Take a shot here at something that we can realistically kill this round. Have Annette fire her bow. Get 3 damage in, lovely. Dimitri can also take a hit, so he'll finish this guy off.
Is that all?
1 off of the next level, excellent. And we actually have brawling prowess. So we didn't get much out of that prowess because we still got hit by both of those attacks.
I must keep aiming higher.
Higher than not increasing defense or strength? Yes. Okay, critical 0, really embracing the spirit of how this run works. Annette had to absorb a couple of hits, didn't manage to dodge despite being in the forest. And now we have that cleric coming up from the top. So this is a good spot to use some of our gambits that we've put onto everybody. Sylvain is going to be disturbing as he is wont to do. So we'll probably want to use another gambit here to draw that one out of the forest. So let's just assemble it out. Dedue is going to help us out. Dedue, Master Tactician. Okay, and because it was Trilith, it's a good amount of damage. So now these should all be much easier to pick off. Dimitri can just punch the bejesus out of this one. He even gets the dodge, proving that that brawling prowess wasn't useless. Happy brawling trainee will increase her strength. Now Mercedes should be able to get a good little poke in. There she goes.
I won!
Don't be so surprised, Mercedes. You'll be a champion fighter soon enough. Ooh. Well, we won the coin flip, so never needed to worry about it.
My technique could use some polish.
It really kind of could.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Wrong thing to polish, but I'll take it.
Can't relax here. We need to prepare for our next battle.
Ingrid, you know, this is just how it's gonna be, and you need to start accepting that at some point. Okay, it is down low enough that Annette should be able to get the kill. We'll have her unsheath her sword and get in that 5 damage. Excellent. She gets the chest key that we don't need because Ash has keys all over himself. Okay, we dealt half as much damage as we took, but we still got a hit.
To master this?
Apparently. Okay, Trilith, come on in, help Ash out. Get the crest activation that we totally have no idea what it is. And now how do we want to do this? Annette can literally deal damage, so we'll have her do that.
Am I making progress?
Oh, she gets curved shot. That's kind of huge. It would be huger if she could actually deal damage from that range. But, you know, we'll think about that later. Mercedes gets the kill.
You can rely on me.
Not to increase your strength, but for resisting magic, now we have another option. Okay, we have 2 more heals. Let's throw one down on Dimitri. And just move on up. Ash is going over to get that big piece of gold from the chest.
Too slow.
Good dodge from Dimitri, and the chalice gives him a counterattack. Okay, we have to get rid of this archer because no one else can dodge quite as well as Dimitri can. Bring it down to 3 and get authority up to D+. And Sylvain should be able to make things happen here. Or not. Okay, Sylvain, we're gonna have to talk about that, buddy. Now, let's see. Dedue has options here. We'll shoot this one. Someone else should be able to finish that archer off. Now, Silith can get into melee with his lance. Pick on this one, because it'll die to a counterattack if it goes after Trilith.
Yields results.
Get up to authority 2 with Trilith. Felix. Felix, can you kill it? No, you can't. Okay, the Fraldarius crest helps. Should be easier to pick off now. Ingrid can come in and finish off that archer from so long ago. So good job there. And I think both of these enemies... Wait a minute. Curved shot can deal precisely enough damage to finish this off.
I had no choice.
Alright, it mattered right away, Annette. I take it back.
Feeling stronger.
You shouldn't be, because you're not. Okay, we'll move back this way.
That's it.
Good dodge from Ingrid, and getting really mad.
Who's next?
So Ingrid showing us what it's all about. Totally unexpected victory there.
I will get stronger still.
You need to get stronger in the first place to get stronger still. Now, last heal from Ingrid, gonna go down on Felix. And last heal on Dedue, gonna go down on Sylvain. So now we're just going to move our split party to the north and the west. We'll have Dimitri draw out that archer, and we'll have Felix move in to get the first attack on this one. We actually have a combat art on Felix, so we'll use Tempest Lance just to make it a lot easier to finish. Keep everyone else out of range, lest they die.
Saw that coming.
Good dodge from Dimitri, deals a little bit of damage. Felix having to absorb a hit here and a poison strike, so he's not in great shape. Dimitri can move in, deal a ton of damage in melee, which should leave it very vulnerable to either Dedue or Trilith. So Trilith can take this shot, pretty safe. We get the hit, excellent. Get to important level 5 for beginner classes.
Another step forward.
Toward magic, I guess. Now, Ash can move in. He's just strong enough to get the kill. Good job. And now we can move that party forward a little bit.
Weak.
Dedue absorbing hits. Okay, Sylvain, take your shot. Did something. Now Dedue can go in without any risk.
Ineffective. Weak.
And not quite getting to the next level, but he does get some sword prowess, because he needs to dodge all those hits he's taking 0 damage from. And now Trilith can come in, stab him with a stick.
Stronger the better.
And you actually got stronger, so it is better.
So helpful.
We'll get the rally for the support building off of Annette. And we'll see the enemies are confused about who to attack. So Felix can come in here and get a free shot off on this archer. Good crest activation.
I appreciate it.
And again, get the support build off of that rally. So Annette will live there. The poison strike can actually kill.
Watch and learn.
And Trilith will take no magic damage. as that mage is in the vein of Manuela. So it's weak enough for Sylvain to get a kill, which is good, because he's kind of behind on experience.
I like how this feels.
You kind of shouldn't. Reflect on what you're valuing.
Feeling woozy.
Alright, we all kind of are after these kind of performances, Annette. So just stab this for revenge. You have 1 hit point, which is enough to continue battling. And now Mercedes can try to get the kill with her axe. There she goes.
It's not over yet.
The whole battle isn't, but that guy is.
I pale in comparison to my allies.
At this point, you really do, Constance. Now, we'll finally draw out Costas with Dedue.
Sending these brats instead of the knights means they've underestimated me. Big mistake.
Have we? Let's see how you do against Dedue. Oh, you dealt damage. Wow, good job. Dedue dodged one of your attacks. We must have really underestimated your ability to hit. Okay, and we have one more random goon over there for this half of the party to intercept. We'll have Annette poke with that little needle. And now Ingrid can pretty reasonably get an attack in. Can she dodge it? No, but it doesn't matter because we should be able to kill him. Now, Ash, can you get the kill here? You can. 93% does hit. And Ash gets to level 4, which is just irrelevant.
It's so far left to go.
You do, but you are increasing your magic, so we'll take it. Now we have Costas to deal with. We do have Trilith and Sylvain with bows.
It can't be. The mercenary from before? So what, now you're pals with the knights?
I don't know why you care about that so much.
Pesky brats.
Fire that shot off. Get to level 6 on Trilith. And
very good example.
No, you are not. Okay, Sylvain, let's keep things going. 4 more damage? Sure, whatever. Let's do it. You're adding linked attack accuracy for Dedue and Dimitri. Okay, Dimitri, come on in. What can you get accomplished? Well, you can deal slightly more damage by hitting with the axe, but you'll get doubled.
Just die like a good little rich kid.
Unfortunately for you, I will not oblige. You will regret all that you have done.
I feel like I'll be using that voice clip later. Okay, well, good try, Happy. Would have been nice. Alright, Costas is now low enough that Dedue should be able to just stab in. There it goes.
I should have never listened to that idiot. What a mistake.
I feel like Dimitri has that thought process in mind as well. So Dedue's just going to stand here and reflect on all of our life choices. Dedue gets to an important level 5.
I will handle whatever comes.
You really will with that kind of defense, unless whatever comes is magic. Mercedes got MVP somehow.
If one lacks the required abilities, passing will prove difficult.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
Plan ahead for the certification exams and instruct everyone accordingly.
You're really setting yourself up for disappointment here. Yeah, see?
Work harder. Live and learn.
Alright, well, Dedue can put up with me. Here he is, Brother Dedue the monk.
I passed.
Look at that, +6 and a stat, how can you turn that down? Thanks for watching this episode of Failure Emblem. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video so that I can keep making this content. If you have any suggestions or thoughts on the future of this run or anything else about the channel, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter at @FailureEmblem. Thank you.